The historical bottom signal for Bitcoin is screaming once again, and this could be the bottom for Bitcoin that no one is expecting, and a next move towards the upside is already loading. We have been breaking down some of this compression, but right now it still looks like we are just grabbing some liquidity to move towards the upside once again. I have been opening up a major trade over on Bitcoin. I will deep dive into every single detail about that trade and about the next major opportunities in the market. But first of all, I would really appreciate you guys to follow me over on X, and most importantly, to subscribe over on my YouTube channel and like this daily update video if you love those updates. And let's dive right away into the content for now, because this signal is amazing for Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin RSI crash. So what are we seeing here? The orange line is the Bitcoin price and the white line on the lower side of the chart is the RSI. And if you look at the history of Bitcoin, what we actually can see and what is actually happening is that every single time the RSI crashed below the 40 line on the RSI, that was where the Bitcoin price was starting to bottom out and starting its next leg towards the upside. We have been seeing that in 2015 once again. The RSI was from the top towards the bear market bottom, crashing below 40. After that, when the signal flashed, Bitcoin started to bottom out. Like what I'm saying, Bitcoin started to bottom out. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin went up crazy like we have seen the signal. No, it took a little bit of time, but around the price levels, we have been historical seeing the signal flashing. From of that level, we have been seeing the bottom structure getting formed. So we are not seeing a massive pump when the signal flashes. That is also the case right now. But data-wise and historical speaking, we can say that if the signal flash, that Bitcoin is tend to bottom out and will probably move towards the upside in the next few months. Because in 2018, we have seen the signal flashing once again. So bull market top towards bear market bottom. That was where the RSI was approximately 90, dumped towards under 40. That was where the Bitcoin price started to bottom out. That took a few months before the Bitcoin rallied towards the upside, but this was the best opportunity to buy your Bitcoin, exactly as we have been seeing right over here, and also in 2022. This was historical, the best time to buy your Bitcoin. And it doesn't mean that tomorrow the Bitcoin price will pump towards the upside already 40-50%, but over the course of the next few months, Bitcoin is tend to go up after the crash under the 40 level on the RSI. And guess what? That level is flashing once again. So like I've been mentioning a few times here, this could be the local bottom for Bitcoin, and that could lead for a maybe a little bit of a drop towards the downside once again, as we have been seeing right over here and right over here, and it will take some time. But one thing you can definitely say is that this is the opportunity you want to buy your Bitcoin. If you were interested in Bitcoin around the $100,000, this is the time to scale in your Bitcoin, because maybe in the upcoming month Bitcoin will go sideways. But one thing I can say for sure, that in the upcoming months and years, Bitcoin will go up massively, and you want to scale into those positions when everyone is in fear, when the RSI is crashing, when momentum is fading. That is exactly where big players are stepping in the market, and that is exactly where we want to step in the markets as well. If you look at the lower time frame, what we can see is that we have been breaking down from of this compression zone. One thing I really want to see right now, because we have been taking out all the liquidity on the lower side, and that is a good signal. Also, if you look at the trade I have been taking, that is based on the liquidity we have been taking out. Right now we are seeing a small pump. I really want to see Bitcoin gaining strength back into this support line. Right here we reject pretty hard towards the downside and saw a next leg towards the downside. Right now, still, if we look at this pattern, we will probably see maybe more downside for Bitcoin. But one thing I have been talking about a lot here is we have been ranging for a while. What is everyone doing in a range? Everyone is longing the bottom and shorting the top. That's easy money, but that is not the way the markets work, because eventually they will take everyone out of their position. Please keep in mind and watch this as a institutional trader. If they want the Bitcoin price to push towards the 80, towards $90,000, and they have been ranging for a while here, retail traders have been opening positions on the lower side of the range. That means that everyone's stop loss is below. If the Bitcoin price pumps towards the upside from off this point, everyone is in a winning long position. And if I know something about the market, is that 90% of the people lose money. So that is the exact point. I think this is just a liquidity grab for Bitcoin. And that ever the Bitcoin price pump back into this range, we will probably break out towards new highs here on Bitcoin. This is the perfect setup for institutions and entities to take everyone out before the next move. That is why I have been accumulating a small long position with the liquidity grab over on Simple FX. It isn't a really big position, but it is just the position I've been convening here. The liquidity has been taken out, and I think we can move further up from off this point. And guess what? Right now, I have been trading on a really small account to just grow it. With 850 euros, I have been just making 100 euros. That is a massive return over this day. We have been longing the market from off the bottom. This is the exact thing I want to be playing out here, because the liquidity has been taken and this could be the start of the next rally towards the upside on Bitcoin. That is exactly what I've been talking about in the last few weeks. Right now, it is really important for Bitcoin to gain this level towards the upside. Otherwise, we can short the Bitcoin price further towards the downside. If Bitcoin isn't strong enough with this liquidity grab to get back into this range and reject this range further towards the downside, which is the first option and is the signal we have been seeing the most. This is just a breakdown, a perfect retest, and then short the Bitcoin price towards the downside. I am of course opening up some big short positions as well, because that is not bullish. Right now we are seeing a big pump in the markets, and that means that money is floating in the market, that momentum is kicking in, and that is exactly what we want to be seeing after a liquidity grab. So if Bitcoin managed to gain further momentum towards the upside, I think I'm really comfortable in a long position I have right now. If I see rotations around this old support level, resistance level right now, I am shorting the Bitcoin price further towards the downside, because the trend is towards the downside, and if we are rejecting such an important level right here, we will probably see a next move towards the downside. So that is the next trade I am taking in the market. Right now I am already in a long, so if Bitcoin moves further towards the upside and I get stopped out of this short position or I miss it, I am still in a long position, which is still in a profit here. If my long positions get stopped out in profit here, I am probably in a short position. So in both ways, I am making money in the markets, and so can you. If you want to get updated about every single setup that I am taking in the market, please make sure to join my free trading community with the first link in the description. It's completely free, and I have been calling this trade in the last few weeks over in that free trading community, so please make sure to join it as well. It is completely free, so you are not missing out about any trade setup once again, and the community has been printing pretty hard. If you want to never miss a daily update video again where I discuss all those trading setups, please make sure to subscribe over on my YouTube channel and like this daily update video. And if you want to trade those moves by yourself, it's pretty important to do it on a safe and trusted exchange. And if you want to trade crypto, you can trade it over on Maxi. And if you want to trade the whole financial markets here, please make sure to sign up on Simple FX. Both links you can see in the description of this video. Purely crypto, Maxi is the best, but if you want to trade stocks, commodities, or Forex, or gold and silver, you want to trade the whole financial market, it is the best to do it over on Simple FX, because you have all in one and you can literally trade every single asset within one display, and that is really nice to do so. Right now, I have been trading a small amount over on Simple FX, but just like we have been saying here, the position is still in profit and we are still crushing the market. The amount doesn't really care, because if you look at the returns, this account is already 10% in a profit after the first call. So that is exactly what you can do by your own funds. Please make sure to join the free community to not miss out on the next big move. If we look at on-chain data, what we actually can see, and this is a really good bottom signal, because the USDT market cap change and the Bitcoin price just triggered a signal not seen before since 2022. And that was the bear market low. On-chain data shows a structural shift in USDT behavior, the same type of signal that appeared near the 2022 bottom. We went negative, and this means that people are not holding Bitcoin anymore. But right here, we have been seeing a negative USDT. And after that, the bottom was formed and we spiked towards the upside on the USDT market cap change. Right here, everyone is accumulating. And right now, we are at the same level once again. And this is just a massive shift and trend in the market. The only signal we have been seeing right over here was in 2022. And that was the bear market bottom. And a huge rally followed, because we pumped from approximately $20,000 back towards new all-time highs at approximately $120,000. This is a massive signal, and right now we are seeing it once again, and I really think that the Bitcoin bottom is near to be in here. Ending with that, I would really appreciate you guys to follow me over on X, and most importantly to subscribe over on my YouTube channel to join my free community with the first link in the description, and I will see you tomorrow by a brand new Crypto Daily Update video.